Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This morning I'm taking advantage of the beautiful weather and we're going to be picking these amazing radishes and we're going to be preserving them. So stay tuned, we've got some work to do. So friends, they've gone a little further than they should have. I'm going to be really honest with you, but I've been busy, so I'm getting to them now. Now, I've always said that radishes is one of those things that if you can just pick up a pot, like at the Dollar Tree or something like that, you don't even have to spend that much money, and put them in, they're container friendly and everything, their turnover is super quick. And look at how beautiful that is. That is a big radish. Radishes aren't typically so big. So you get something right away. Like it's a beginner gardening plant it's very satisfying. Because when they tell you you have to wait like 3 months to see the results of your labor, you're like, is that something I can really do? But radishes is like 20 days, 25 days. And like, seriously, look at this. That's a big radish. It almost looks like a beet. Oh my gosh. Really? That is a big radish. Look at that. It's monstrous. Oh my goodness. Oh. Meh, meh. All right. You still gotta pick it though. See, this is a more normal sized radish. So I suspect this is all the radish we're gonna need for the next year because they're huge, and I'm gonna pickle these. I'm gonna do 3 things with these. So first I'm gonna pickle most of them. Then I'm gonna save some for fresh eating with salads and like as a snack with bread and butter. And then I'm gonna roast some of these to have for dinner, because if you've never had a roasted radish, you're missing out. I like to chop up the radishes and what are they called? Sweet potatoes, regular potatoes like russets, carrots, and if you have parsnips, or if you can get parsnips work really well in that blend too, and kind of do like a roasted root vegetable dish. Maybe serve it with a little bit of chicken. It's delicious. I mean, absolutely delicious. They add like a nice, like strong peppery taste. They're divine. Divine. Okay. These are so, oh my goodness. Ooh. You are not ready for that. How is that even a radish? Oh my goodness. You know, it's amazing when like you put something in and you're like, it'll be whatever. And then it turns out well. And you surprise yourself. It's the best part. All right, guys, so we need to wash these real fast. I'm actually going to put them down on the gravel and hose them down with the hose first, and then set them in here with some vinegar to wash. Friends, come on. Like, look at this. This doesn't even look like a radish. It's huge. It is a radish, but it does. They're massive. And then, like, okay, I have little ones too, right? But honestly, this is pretty great. I'm super excited about this. And then, look at this bowl of radishes. I'm excited, especially since I'm gonna be super honest. I wasn't really paying attention to this. I was busy for the past, I don't even know how long, and I really wasn't paying attention to my radishes. So the fact that I grew such beautiful radishes is kind of exciting for me. Okay. Well, the dirt grew it because I didn't do much. You know what I mean. So I've got 6 half-pint jars here. I already have another 6 from the last go around. I am not going to pickle all of these radishes. I'm going to pickle enough for the year. So on average, a jar a month, right? So 12 jars total. So I have 6 already. I'm going to pickle another 6 now. And then I'm going to save some, like the smaller ones, I'm going to save for fresh eating with salads, with bread and butter, little snacks, a little salt, chef's kiss, delicious snacks. And then a lot of these larger ones, I'm going to save for roasting. Now, I'll probably make that for dinner today, just so I can show you guys. Roast some chicken and then serve it with roasted vegetables as well. For instance, radishes. Ooh, this is too thin. Yeah. It's shredding my radish. Let me go get a thicker slicer. Okay, I grabbed the wavy one. See, it's kind of like ridges. Because I figure life is short and we should be able to enjoy ourselves. Cool. Let's try that one more time. Okay. So I don't know if you know what's happened to me in the past, that I nearly took my thumb off with one of these. I don't think this is working out so well. You know, I'm trying to be cool because I've always, I mean, it's working, but it's just not like great. I've always just sliced them with a knife. You know what? Change of plans. Let me pick this up. I don't like this. I mean, the tool works fantastically, but it's not giving what I need it to give right now. I can use that for discard. So, taking it back to the old school with a knife. Now, I've always kind of done these in circles, but I think I can fit more in the jar if I cut it in half. Yeah, definitely. And then kind of just get in there. Yeah, I like it. We're going to do a jar like that and test it out. Now to work on the brine, I'm going to add 2 cups of water into my saucepan and then an equal amount, 2 cups, of distilled white vinegar. Make sure when you buy your vinegar that it says 5% acidity. That's the appropriate vinegar for canning recipes, so always keep that in mind. Okay, to this now we are going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. This is a double recipe, by the way, so if you're interested in recreating this and you don't want to make as many jars as I'm making, we can have this. I did end up adding 2 more jars to the mix just because I figured a little extra won't hurt. Now, 2.5 tablespoons per recipe of the brine, so that's 2, 4, 5 tablespoons of sugar. Five. There we go. Okay. Now we can stir this all together. Now my recipe calls for half of a teaspoon per recipe of peppercorns, and I'm debating whether or not I want to add that in. I'm probably going to end up adding it in, but I'm kind of fiddling with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Let's go to the stove. All right, so I've been playing with the recipe in my head, right? And I don't normally do this with my radish pickles, but today seems, you know what? I'm going to do half of them. Half of them are going to get this, and the other half will not. I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon, or maybe even 1/8 of a teaspoon to each jar of dill. 1/8. Just kind of like a little pinch. It's an experiment. And I should have just done one, but what if I like it? And like I said, I can always grow radishes really fast if I run out, so I can always, make more. All right, so our brine has boiled beautifully, and now I'm just filling the jars. The vinegar got me. So now with my plastic knife, we are de-bubbling. And then I'll come back and refill and top off. Just kind of jam it in there. Someone's going to tell me, you're holding the knife backwards. I know, I'm trying to not cut these guys. And I lost my debubbler. And I don't want to buy another one. Because a plastic knife does the same thing. Just saying. I'm not trying to be smart. Just, Because, here's the deal, right? This is why I don't want to buy the debubbler. I lost it. They come in kits. So, I haven't seen where, do you know what it is to order a debubbler on Amazon when you can just use a plastic knife? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I know you're probably thinking, oh, you should probably have it because it's, the right way to do it. Says who? Who said you have to use that one particular tool? You think when great-grandmother invented canning way back in the yonder years, she had a debubbler? No. She probably just stuck her finger in there and was like, get in there. Kind of like I'm doing here. Take that all the way up. Oh yeah, get it. Perfect. And I just want to reiterate, I'm not cheap. I just don't like spending money on stupid things. It has to have function. It's like, what's the point otherwise? Just because you have it and it says whatever company name on it. Plastic knife does the same thing. All right, so now that I've gone off on my rant, whew, it's hot. We're gonna let these guys sit out at room temperature. What? You're not water bath canning that? No, I'm not. This is a quick pickle. They're delicious, and it works every time. Nice hot boiling water or boiling brine in there. It's amazing. And I've been doing it this way with my pickles, jalapeno, cucumber, radishes, all of them. It's been great every time. Does that make me a rebel? All right, guys, so I'm going to let these sit at room temperature. And they will seal, and they will be absolutely delicious. And then we can enjoy some really nice radishes. These guys, let me show you what I'm going to do for preserving them long term in the refrigerator. Pay attention, close attention. We're going to wrap them in paper towels. And that's it. Oh, one more tip. I'm going to put them in an open zip top bag just so that they don't roll around all over the place, and they'll stay fresh for a long time in this. Now these guys, I'm going to show you later on how I'm going to roast them up.